Yo, yo, what up, what up, what up? What's popping, what's popping, what's going on? What's the deal, what's the deal? Well, let me make sure. All right, everything is sounding good. Everything is sounding good. Hold on one second. Let me make sure my levels are good. All right, hold on one second. All right, so what's good, people? Donate to the show. Let me put the join up so you guys can donate. Make sure you guys get the likes up as soon as you get in to the place. All right, make sure you get those likes up. All right, we'll see. All right, hold on, let me make sure I'll get that stuff pinned to the top. Boom. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys get that shit popping. So what's good? What up? Who we got in the building? Entrepreneur King. What up? So why do bitches flake? Because that's what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? April MC in the chat. Shout out to you. AT, what's good? What's going on? What is popping out here? Man. Who else we got up in here? Rob Cruz, Whiskey the Don, Nate the Noble, Aaron B, Half Blood Prince, Ron from YouTube, what up? Akuma John, what's going on? Icebreaker, was good? Hush H, was good? True Savage in the building, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? So today I'm gonna talk about the 5 habits of highly successful players. Okay, the 5 habits of highly successful players. What up, the club? What's popping, my dude? What's going on, bro? What is good? But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that donate button. Donate to the cause, and then we're gonna get this shit cracking. All right. So let's just jump right into this. Man. So the 5 habits of highly successful players. Right now, the reason why I even wanted to do this topic is because there's a lot of guys out there who, you know, they want to learn how to be more attractive to women. They want to learn how to get shit popping with chicks. And most guys don't have the habits of a player. Because see, even if you want one girl, you may not necessarily want to be with a bunch of chicks. But even if you just want one girl, right, you still need to move like a player in the first place, because you need to find the type of chick that, you know, connects with you. And in order to do that, you got to play the numbers game. That means you're going to have to go out here and, you know, talk to a lot of different chicks. And as you said, a player is just someone who gets naturally pre-selected by women at a higher rate. And see, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. See, because a player has habits, and those habits, you know, create that player and makes them be that dude. Now, are some guys, you know, more natural with certain situations when it comes to dealing with women? Of course. Now, do some guys have more of a natural edge, right? Some dudes may have it a little bit more easier than others. And it's not even about looks or anything like that. You know, it's more, you know, basically about the behavior in most cases when it comes to being a player. See, and this is what, you know, a lot of dudes don't understand. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to break it down in today's show so that you'll get more of a, you know, understanding of this, right? All right, so now let's, and this is in no order of importance. I'm going to just go 1 through 5, and we're going to get a cracking, and then I'm going to take some calls. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta try to get this fucking speaker up when I start to take the calls, but I'll do that in a second. But I'm gonna get to the game first, and then we're gonna get to everything else. All right, so now let's just jump right into this. So 5 habits of highly successful players. So the first habit of a highly successful player, and again, no order of importance, is that he is well groomed. that he's consistently well groomed. All right. So what does that mean? That means that this guy on a consistent basis makes sure that his look is tight. You understand? He makes sure that his look is tight, meaning that he, makes sure that he's clean shaven, or if he has a beard, he makes sure that it's trimmed well. You understand what I'm saying? He, makes sure he brushes his teeth. You understand what I'm saying? He makes sure he smells good. He puts on clothes that fit him, that look well, all that other shit. They're well groomed at all times. You understand what I'm saying? Or at least 99% of the time, they're well groomed, right? So they develop this habit because they understand the importance of the bait, meaning, getting their attention, getting chicks' attention. So your appearance is going to help you get attention, right? Now, if you're a person whose face looks good and you got a nice body and all that, that's definitely going to help. But when I say well-groomed, it's overall. It's like you're using everything as far as your appearance goes to draw attention to you. You understand what I'm saying? So exactly, Justin, being clean from head to toe. So now if you are like that, right, and you make that a habit, that means that 99% of the time you're going to have that look. You're going to have that appearance. And see, and I talked about this before, is that women are way more receptive to a guy who's well-groomed than a guy who isn't. So let's say, for example, you have a guy who, let's say he's wearing a nice suit or whatever, tailored suit, got a nice haircut, he's all shaped up and everything, smelling good, all that other stuff, nice shoes, all that other shit, right? When he steps to a woman, she's going to be way more receptive to him than a guy who just looks like a bum. You feel what I'm saying? She's going to be way more receptive because women will judge themselves based off of the type of guys they attract. I'm going to say it again. Women will judge themselves based off of the type of guys that they attract. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is this, is that if you approach a woman, right, and you're well-groomed, she's going to be more receptive to talking to you. You understand what I'm saying? She's going to be way more receptive to talking to you. Why? Because she feels good about the fact that she was able to attract a guy who's well-groomed, a guy who looks like he's on point. You understand? Versus a guy who, looks like he just rolled out of bed. She's not going to want to really talk to him because it's almost an insult to her. You understand? Hold on, we ain't gonna take calls yet. We gotta wait till we finish this game. We got 4 more left. You understand? Entrepreneur King said, "What if he just got off work? It don't matter. Make sure you're well groomed. Make sure your mustache is shaped up. Make sure your beard is shaped up. Make sure you smelling good. Make sure you looking nice." Now, let's say if you are a construction worker or some shit, right? And you're getting off work, you still can control, how you are groomed. You might not have the best shit on, but do as much as you can. As far as you being a construction worker, don't mean that your beard gotta be all scraggly and looking like a bum. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean that it gotta be that way, right? So, but the thing is that you have to make sure that you're well groomed at all times. You understand? Or as much as you can be. You feel what I mean? So as much as you can help it, that's what you need to do. And that's what players do. That's the habit that they get into. They get into the habit of doing it. And see, the reason why I say habit is because you make it a thing to where you do it so much that it becomes second nature. It almost feels weird not to. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number one, right? So now, number two, and this is the thing that most guys don't This is the thing that most guys don't really do, or don't take heed to, and this is why they don't have the success they want with women. So players make a habit of consistently interacting with women, consistently, on a consistent basis. That means every day. Every day. See, players consistently interact with women. They do this every day. That's a habit that highly successful players do. They on a consistent basis, they're interacting with women. Either they're approaching women, at a bar, club, event, in the street, whatever, or they're hitting up girls online, right? Or they are interacting with the girls that's already on their team. You feel what I'm saying? There's a consistent interaction with women on a daily basis. You understand what I'm saying? Consistent. You understand? So the thing is, most guys, they're not consistent with it. You understand? Most guys, they're sometimey with shit, and this is why you have inconsistent success with women. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you're making it a habit of having consistent interactions with women, it's inevitable that you're going to get shit popping, right? And also you get better at interacting and dealing with women because you're doing it on a consistent basis. You see what I'm saying? It's something that becomes part of your everyday routine. So even if you haven't left the house, you feel what I'm saying? Hold on, we got my dude Miles coming in the building. Miles, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going?
What's popping? What's popping? So we talk about the 5 habits of a successful player. 5 habits of highly successful players. So the first one I already went over, which was being well groomed on a consistent basis. And then the second thing I have is, and we're on this now, is having consistent interaction with women on, just consistently, like every day. So basically I was saying that either you are talking to girls in the street, bar, club, events, or even online, or you're even interacting with the chick, the chicks that's on your team. You feel what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, it's a consistent thing. So I was saying that guys who usually have inconsistent results with women, usually it's because they're not consistent like how the player is. You see what I'm saying? And so what's your thoughts on that, though?
Well, the other day I actually wrote an affirmation, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's something that I was gonna do on the Miles Cunningham channel.
Right.
I'll share it here, just to kind of, since it goes with the topic. So
right.
This is what I wrote, and I might make some changes to it later, but here it is. It says, I am so happy, grateful, and excited that when I see beautiful women, my first instinct is to go and talk to her. I am so happy that I always choose to be sociable with attractive women. It makes me feel great after interacting with them, regardless of the outcome. The more interactions I have with attractive women, the more confidence I get to talk to more attractive women. Every interaction with an attractive woman is an opportunity to expand my network, build my confidence, charm, charisma, and conversational skills. This increases my value as a man and as a person.
That's fact. And it's funny. One of the things on the list I have on there is exactly what you did. I'm gonna get to that in a second too. You know what I'm saying?
And notice, I want you guys to notice that the affirmation itself is it's very specific.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because it's all about like understanding what you're trying to do, what you want to do, and is very specific. Because a lot of guys will be like, "Oh yeah, I want more bitches," and it's like, but what are you gonna do to get more bitches? Like, how do you want to get more bitches? What are the details surrounding you getting more bitches? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Nah, that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we giving you guys some heavy game today. You feel what I'm saying? So I hope y'all prepare for this shit. So to number 3. So number 1 was being well groomed. Number 2 was having consistent interactions with women. Now, the third one, and this is very important. This is the third habit of highly successful players, is that highly successful players are completely engaged in the situations they are in with women, but at the same time, also non-attached. So I'm gonna say that again. Highly successful players are completely engaged in the situations they are in with women, but also simultaneously non-attached.
Right.
So what does that mean? That means that when a guy is dealing with a chick, you know, a guy who's a successful player, when he's dealing with a woman, he's enjoying the moment. He's having a good time. He's interacting with her. They're having fun. Everything is great. He's fully present in the moment, doing what he's doing, right? But he's also simultaneously detached, meaning that he's not worried about if this girl's going to call him next week. He's not worried about he's not even worried about if he's going to have sex with her. You understand what I'm saying? Right. He's just in the moment, chilling, doing his thing, having fun, and being present, right? And so what happens is that he's not attached to the outcome. He's not on some, I need to have sex with her, and if I don't have sex with her, right. You know what I'm saying?
And as you see, it makes me feel great after interacting with them, regardless of the outcome.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about you're engaged, but you're not attached. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that within itself makes you appreciate interacting with women more. Because see, the reason why a lot of guys they get so butthurt or they get so like fucking frustrated when it comes to dealing with women is because most of these guys are deriving their happiness through a specific outcome with a woman. Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, because like, all right, the other day I saw that we was on an outcome, and this is just an example. This ain't nothing but it's just an example of like the mindset of the guys. So right. I remember the other day when I was on the live stream and I was saying how like I hollered at 4 different chicks and I got shot down by each of them. But I was like, it's not gonna let me, it's not gonna put me in the kind of state where it's gonna stop me from being on my grind. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought somebody in the chat put Miles is full of excuses.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The excuse would be as if I saw 4 bitches that I wanted to holler at.
Right.
And I gave you reasons why I didn't holler at them.
Exactly.
That's the excuse. Mm-hmm. I don't control whether or not the bitch is going to respond to me. Do you understand?
Right.
All I can control is me hollering at the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Facts.
So you telling me that I'm full of excuses because I didn't, I wasn't successful with each bitch. I don't know what to say to that, because if you was a player, if you was the type of nigga that holler at a lot of chicks, you would know that you don't really have you don't have really any control over that. The only thing you have control over is yourself. And if you get the courage or whatever you want to call it to actually go spit your game. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Now that's real talk.
The main reason why niggas is on that trip is because they're worried about the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about the outcome. I said, I hollered at 4 bitches, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
If I had came on here and said, the other day I saw these 4 chicks and none of them gave me choosing signals, so I didn't say nothing, that's an excuse.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm out in the street and I see 4 bitches I want to holler at, and I holler at all 4, I'm doing good. That's literally I'm 4 for 4. You understand what I'm saying? I'm 4 for 4.
Right. See, and Nez he asks, he's like, why did those 4 chicks reject you, Miles?
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
We don't know. We have no idea. We have no idea. We have no idea. We have no idea why those girls rejected him.
She was gay, but it's still, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. The point is, the next time I see another girl that I'm attracted to, I have to holler. That's it, period.
And see, and this is what I'm talking about not being detached, and what I'm not being attached or being detached, because worrying about why the chicks rejected you means you're attached to the situation. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be not see that, and that's why a lot of guys have trouble in the game, because they're scared of getting rejected because they're so attached to what that interaction is that they don't even want to make anything happen. And then if they do make stuff happen, if they do get rejected or if shit don't go down, right? They're like, oh, this is some bullshit, and oh, I can't believe it, and they start thinking about it for days, and that's because you're too attached. So again, you have to engage in the situation, do what you do, and then be non-attached because you never know what's going to happen at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying?
That's the fun of it, really.
Right.
That's the fun part. You really don't know what's going to happen. So either you could get with him and fuck him, or she could say some funky shit you never heard in your life, or she could be gay, or she could be married, or she could be a fucking mute. Like she could be deaf and she started doing this shit, and you like, oh shit, my bad. Like
right.
You never know. That's the point. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Why do I give a fuck about why those 4 girls rejected me? I only care about the bitches that fuck with me. Like, period.
Exactly.
See, focused on the wrong thing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, this is the thing, because me and Miles been in so many situations where there were times where we met chicks and all that happened was we talked. You understand what I'm saying to these chicks? We didn't have sex with them. We didn't hook up with them. Nothing happened as far as, outside of that. Right. Then there were times where we met up with chicks and we talked to them, interacted with them, hooked up with them. You understand what I'm saying? Kept shit going. And it is what it is. But understanding that each interaction is different. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, you have to be non-attached to the shit because the thing is, things are constantly changing. Things are constantly in flux. You're not necessarily going to be able to predict everything that's going to happen in every situation, and you shouldn't worry about that either. You need to worry about being in that moment because, see, when you're in that moment, what happens is that you start to appreciate things more, and you actually start to appreciate your interactions with women because this is the thing. There's times where, and this is going to sound crazy to some of y'all because y'all haven't actually been with a lot of women. But I've had situations where I've had a better time just talking to a chick versus another time when I was fucking some random girl. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. You understand? And the reason why is because what happens is I'm actually engaged in the moment. So in that moment while I was talking to that girl, right? I learned some shit. We exchange ideas. I got some information about women that I teach you guys. You understand what I'm saying? That I've seen on a consistent basis with certain other women, right? And then there were times where I would have sex with a girl and it'd be like, all right, you feel what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing mind blowing. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is the greatest. It's like, whatever, it's cool. You understand what I'm saying? But if I was to compare me fucking that girl that was all right and the girl I had the conversation with, and they was like, which one do you want to do over? I'd probably have the conversation with the chick again because I got more value out of that situation than the girl that I fucked. But see, the only way that I'm able to even come to that sort of level of awareness is because I'm engaging in moments and I'm not worrying every time about the outcome or looking for outcomes to sort of validate me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate that a lot of times what happens in this game is you have a lot of guys who they're using the acquirement of women just for validation. You see what I'm saying? To make them feel good about themselves. Because every time, like I'll hear dudes, they'll be like, oh, like I'll hear guys talk about women, getting women, and the dude will say, oh, like their friend will be like, hey, I get girls, right? And then he'll be like, oh, but are they hot though? Right? Who gives a fuck? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why do you care about how hot the girl is that your friend is getting? If he's getting exactly what he wants in the game, what does that matter to you if that girl is hot or not to you in your specific opinion? You see what I'm saying? Right. But this is what I'm saying, where dudes, the reason why they even ask that question, oh, well, is she hot? Is because for that guy, the girl needs to be hot. Not because he likes hot girls. He needs the girl to be hot so that he can feel good about himself to say, I can get hot girls. You see what I'm saying?
His ego. Ego. Yo, truth be told, and a lot of you fucking, virgin ass, pussy begging ass, I'm a fucking bitch before niggas is not gonna believe me. But the sweet spot for bitches
Mm-hmm.
7.5, son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the sweet spot for bitches is a really like decent 7.5, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
anything above a 7.5, they've been complimented way too much where their fucking attitude is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And anything below a 7.5, you know, she's probably, you know,
right.
barely fucking. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, like in my modest body count, the best sex I've ever had was the bitches that was right there on the line, bro. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The bad bitches, like visually is cool because they're pretty and they have nice bodies and shit. But the sex is never as good. You understand? Mm-hmm. And then of course the ugly bitches is ugly, and it's like,
right.
That like 7.58, that little section of shit of bitches where it's like they know that they're not that hot, so they appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying? And then they know that they're not ugly, so they have a little bit of confidence about them. You understand?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Space in between, like that 7.58 section right there, where it's like almost the perfect bitch, because it's like she's not giving you that, oh, I'm better than you attitude because 100 dudes have told me that I'm the most beautiful thing they've ever seen.
Right. Right.
Chicks who get that delusion, like just because niggas is falling over them head over heels just because they're cute, they swear to God that like they're doing you a fucking favor. You understand? And then during sex, they just lay there. You see what I'm saying? And it's disgusting. Like a lot of pretty bitches don't even know how to suck good dick.
Right.
The best head I've had in my lifetime is from fat bitches. I kid you. From fat bitches and from hood bitches. Hood bitches. You understand? Because a fat bitch, she loved keeping shit in her mouth, so she know what to do with a dick, right? And a hood bitch is trying to prove a point because she's trying to get out the hood. So the fucking dome is incredible. You understand? But pretty bitches, son, I don't know. I fucked a few pretty bitches in my lifetime, and I can honestly say that the sex and the head from pretty bitches is like, you know what I'm saying? Like they look good. Trust me, they look good. I get it, but until and the point, like I said, none of y'all gonna fucking believe me until y'all really get out there and start.
Right? No, that's facts. That's facts. It's crazy because, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Where's the difference between dudes who've been out there and dudes who haven't? This is why a lot of guys on the internet who don't have experience with women, they're still in the fantasy of, I got to get the hottest girl. And it's like, bruh, that's not the most important shit. Get a girl that you think is hot to you. Get a girl that you think is attractive to you. But the thing is, and this is the truth, most guys can't even, they're not even at the game or confidence level to deal with a chick who they think is a dime in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right. Because look, first of all, you're trying to fucking validate your ego by making sure she's hot. Then second of all, because you're so insecure and your ego is so fragile, you're going to lose your fucking mind when niggas is trying to holler at her or when niggas is just looking at her. You understand? And that alone is going to keep you up at night. You understand? That alone is going to get you into fucking confrontations and possible altercations with niggas just because they looking at your bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're nah, son. Nah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking ready. You're not ready to roll with a bad bitch. Trust me.
So you guys got to understand that shit, man. But Lone Wolf trolling talking about, nah, that's just you. Lone Wolf is definitely you saying that bullshit because I already know.
Hey, it's cool with me. It's cool with me. But you're listening to me on my live stream. So
right.
Hey,
and yo, I'm telling you, man, they're not ready for all that shit. But so now we up to number 4. So the first one was being well groomed. Second one was being consistent, or consistently, interacting with women. Third one was being engaged but also not attached. So now the fourth habit of highly successful players, and this is something Miles was talking about earlier, is positive self-talk. Okay, positive self-talk. Now this shit is important as a motherfucker, because this is why most of these guys who are online, who we consider the black pill guys and all these guys who say, oh, it's over for you if you don't look like this, and it's over if you're not a Chad or a Tyrone or some other nonsense. It's over for you if, that's not positive self-talk. That's negative bullshit. You understand? And the thing is, when you have that positive self-talk, that builds your confidence. Because, even dudes on the internet talking about confidence is bullshit. That's negative self-talk. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is this, a player understands that when he's dealing with women, right? And even just in life, he has to always big himself up. He has to, it's just like when you work out your muscles, right? You work out, you go to the gym, you work out on a consistent basis so that you keep your muscles and you keep yourself healthy and all that. You got to do the same thing with your mind. You understand what I'm saying? You have to do the same thing with your mind. Even in the first chapter of my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, I talk about this, where I talk about being the man and, consistently saying to yourself, I'm the type of guy that can get the women that I want. You understand? Just like you was talking about, Miles, with the stuff that you were saying with the affirmations. And that's what players do, is that because what happens is that a player is consistently, like I said, for number 2, consistently interacting with women. And so what happens is that there may be times where he's going to deal with women who are going to act like, bitches to him. He's going to deal with women who are going to be flaky. He's going to deal with women who are going to be all over the place. And so if he doesn't have that positive self-talk, what could happen is that he's going to get, into a sort of mindset where he's going to be like, oh, well, maybe I'm not cool enough. Maybe girls don't like me, yada, yada, yada. And this is where you have all these guys on the internet who talk all that nonsense,
right? Because
they don't know how to have that positive self-talk.
See, and a lot of on a spiritual and energetic level, shout out to my man Eddie Fuse and all that. But on a spiritual and energetic level, a lot of people don't understand is that everything you have bad to say about other people, it's still a part of negative self-talk.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why it's so dangerous for you to be so angry at female.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? It's very dangerous for you to have all of this like animosity and all of this like, quote unquote red pill rage and all of this other shit when it comes to females. Like it's literally gonna stand in your way, because anything that you say, even if it's about other people, you're still talking to yourself.
Exactly. Right.
You understand? And we all still exist in, pretty much the same reality, in the same plane, on the same earth, in the same society. So you start talking all this fucked up shit about all these other. It's like when a guy, you got these fucking quote unquote male feminists,
right?
They want to get bitches just as bad as you do, but they look at you and call you a chauvinist, or they're like, dude, bro, chill out with your toxic masculinity, bro. And it's like, nigga, I understand you think you're saying something negative about me, but you're actually saying something negative about yourself, because you're also a man. So if you actually even believe in the idea of toxic masculinity, you're doing yourself a disservice. You understand what I'm saying? Like being positive is something that it helps you all the way around, bro. It helps you all. Like I wrote this the other day because I be trying to write down my ideas. So I put, dudes with game realize that women can be an asset to a man. Female nature can provide inspiration to upgrade my leadership. So my masculinity in masculinity. So when talking to women, it's actually fun meeting new people and expanding my network. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all right, for example, we got a good friend, right? And I don't need to mention his name, but he's the type of nigga that whenever we're in a party or at a bar or something, whenever he meets anybody, any group of people, he gets everybody's number.
Right.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
I already know who you're talking about, right?
Right. And how much pussy does this nigga get?
A lot. Like way more than he even needs to fucking deal with.
Exactly. Because not to put it, I mean, we ain't putting his name out there so I can say it, but that nigga got kids and every fucking thing. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I'm trying to make is that he's so positive when it comes to like the whole process of social interaction and all of that shit. He gets it popping on all levels. You understand what I'm saying? He gets it popping on all levels. So he's setting everything. He's getting pussy to fucking, expanding his network to broker business deals, to do stuff with other people and everything. You understand?
Right.
And the matter is, you sitting there having all of these negative thoughts about other people and female nature and blah 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 and women of this and women of that. And it's like, bro, like if you have a certain level of awareness, you understand that anybody who you interact with can only do to you what you let them.
Right.
And since I'm not gonna let you do me dirty, then to me, you're not dirty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I have control over that. I have control over how far I let you in because I'm paying attention. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of these cats, because they know that they're so dependent on the outcome. They're so dependent on validation. They're so dependent on the girl saying yes to them. It's like they have no control over the interaction. So they're, in essence, they're very afraid of what might happen.
Right.
And that's sad. That's really fucking sad.
It's crazy. It's terrible. And my dude Ross Goldberg in the chat, he said, what's the difference between positive self-talk and having grandiose delusions about yourself when it comes to the dating game? Well, see, this is the thing. When you have that self-talk, because see, what you need to do is that you need to say and talk about and not only say it, but believe it. You see what I'm saying? And once you believe it, right, what happens is that you start to become the thing that you keep talking about. You start to become that motherfucker. So the thing is, you're not going to say anything that doesn't exist in real life. Like, you're not going to be like, hey, I'm going to be able to fly over buildings and shit. You're not going to say stupid shit like that. But when it comes to you dealing with women, right, and you're saying to yourself, look, I'm the type of guy that women want to be with. Yeah. Simple. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not grandiose. Like, it's not a fucking thing that's out of the question that women would actually want to be with you, but you have to say it and believe it first. You see what I'm saying? Right. You got to say it and believe it first.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mal. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say that there, depending on your mindset, there's almost no such thing as grandiose delusions. And the reason why I say that is because if you have a dream or if you have a goal, the only thing grandiose is how hard you're willing to fucking work for it.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you sitting there saying, "Yo, I wanna fuck 100 bitches before the year is over," that's not necessarily grandiose, or that's not necessarily a fucking delusion.
Right.
The question is, how bad do you want that to happen, and how hard are you willing to work? How many bitches are you really willing to holler at? So you can rack up 100 bodies by the end of the year,
right?
Yeah? Or 1,000, or whatever fucking number you want. Because trust me, I'm sure that in the beginning, somebody probably looked at somebody like Bill Gates or what's the name of the guy that made Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that guy. I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Oh, my bad. I put you on the speaker. I got to change the setting. But keep going. Keep talking.
Even Amazon. I'm sure that in the beginning, other people saw that as grandiose and delusional. You understand what I'm saying? But the point is that if you're willing to work for it, if you believe, like you said, if you make the affirmation and you believe it, and you believe that you have what it takes to work hard and get that shit, there's nothing grandiose or delusional about your shit, bro. Nothing. You understand? It's just up to you to be willing to put in that work, stay on your grind, and turn nothing into something.
Right. Now that's real talk. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? And so the last thing we got on the list, the last thing we got on the list, right? When it comes to, you being that highly successful player, is that a highly successful player, what they do is they hold on, guys. We ain't taking calls yet. I ain't gonna take a call right as I'm getting into the goddamn game. Hold on. And I don't want to have to turn off the shit first because it's taking forever.
Got to 100.
Say it again.
No, I said we just got to 100 likes. So I'm telling
you. Okay, that's why. Okay, I got you.
That's why they calling.
Right. But now we're gonna take calls in a second. But the last thing we got on the list, right? When it comes to the 5 habits of highly successful players is being decisive and taking action. You understand what I'm saying? Being decisive and taking action. You see what I mean? And so what you got to understand is that a lot of guys, they're indecisive because they have fear in their hearts. They're scared to just make a decision and go with it. You understand? So like you might see that girl, from across the room and you're like, oh shit, she's bad. You feel what I'm saying? And what happens is that you're like, oh, well, should I, shouldn't I? Should I? And you're being indecisive. Right. It's just like, yo, just go over there and do the shit.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is that you gotta go out there and push yourself and make it happen. And if you're not doing that, then hey, shit ain't gonna work out for you.
Yo, so I have this trick that I do where I allow my legs to quote unquote have a mind of their own.
Right.
So as soon as I see the chick, my brain sends a signal to my legs to just start walking.
Right.
And the whole time, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna say to this bitch. I swear to God, like I just start walking, like you watch a Spike Lee movie and the fucking like Malcolm X where he was walking and it looked like he was on a fucking like a skateboard or some shit.
Right.
It's like that where it's just I'm just moving towards a chick and I have no idea what's gonna happen, But like I said, that's the fun of it, man. Like
right.
That's the adventure. You just gotta fucking move towards a chick, smile, and say something. Like just do it. Fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's what it is.
One thing I'm noticing with a lot of broads, bro. Like, and this has happened to me a few times where it's like you see a chick and you be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here and do this, and then I'm gonna holler at her later. And then when you turn back around, that bitch gone, son. Like, or she's gone, or some other niggas already talking to her, or she's like somewhere else with her friends, or in some funky position that you can't get to her or something. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Like when you see the chick, just start walking, bro. Like just start fucking walking.
Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk. And see, Costas in the chat said also players are pre-selected. Players, they're not pre-selected. See, you guys with this fucking pre-selection shit. So the pre-selection shit, for those who don't know or whatever, is basically saying that you're automatically in because women have already deemed you attractive. So therefore, that's it. It just is what it is. And if women haven't deemed you attractive, then you're done. You feel what I'm saying?
Don't you just love how these excuses just come out of nowhere? Like they
right.
There's no basis whatsoever. They're just,
There's always some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you guys can call up. The caller number 646-481-3901. You guys can call up now. Get the calls in. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, dudes is always on this extra shit that is not really about nothing. I'm just like, man, these dudes just love the ridiculousness of it. All right, let me see who this is. All right, yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, it's your boy After Dragon, Mr. Vince on top. What's up, Ricardo? What's up, man? How you doing today, man?
What's going on?
What's going on? Happy Memorial Day.
And you know what? And Anderson with Miles said earlier about we would rather have a 7.58, something like that. And I agree because, like you said, when you have a dime, I mean, even if you're upset to have a dime, a lot of bullshit comes with that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of headaches, and most likely she'll be like a fucking sucker type chick. And you don't want a girl that's too low if you're not attracted to her. So I do agree with that. And also, to me, for women to check a dime, it's not just her looks. It's her looks, her personality, and her femininity. And how well she keeps herself groomed. So, like, say she's a center, right? And she keeps her hair looking nice. She keeps her skin looking nice. Stays in shape. I'm not saying she got to be muscular. You know what I'm saying? She's well groomed. She keeps herself pampered. She, as far as her grooming, that will give enhancement to her beauty. So to me, to me personally, that would make her down for me. You know what I'm saying? Not just her natural face by itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, I agree with that. And see that's part of the game that a lot of guys who aren't experienced don't understand is that what makes a chick bad is not just her looks. Right. Because look, you could find a pretty chick anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, how is she overall, and how does she actually like fit into what you trying to do? You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because a dom, she can be a 10, but if she have a mentality of a villain, it's like, and the attitude fuck her, like, nah, baby, I don't even want to fuck you because you tell me out so bad. Or straight from femininity is at an all-time low, which is bad for me anyway, because I'm attracted to femininity. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you remember the show Family Matters, right? Of course you do. I mean, right. You remember Myra on Family Matters?
Yeah.
Now, even though she was fine as a motherfucker, nigga, but she was like, she liked Steve for who he was. You know, she was very sweet. She was very pleasant. Yes, she was nuts and obsessive, a little weird. But the way she worshipped Steve and how she treated him, that's type of female that men need to get or need to be around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to chase a Lauren, nigga. Get you a Harvard, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If she sees you as a celebrity and she's your fan, and then with her, you'll get more benefits out there with a chick like that because, you know, like I said, she sees you as a celebrity or the king, and she's your fan. You know what I'm saying? She sees you as a prize.
Right.
You know, versus like, since somebody don't want you, and you put yourself in a less dominant or a loser position. You know what I'm saying? So that's a female I want. I want a female that's close to that.
Right. I feel you. I feel you. Nah, that's real talk, bro. That's real talk, man. And y'all appreciate the call, my brother. All right. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, bro. All right, have a good one.
Peace. All right. So Costa said, women are attracted to men who other women want. That is what I meant by pre-selection. Okay, yeah, women are attracted to men other women want. But what I'm saying is, how are you not that guy? You understand what I'm saying?
How do we know the other women want?
Right.
What you talking about? Dudes who are married?
No. He's saying that if you have a guy out there who like let's say a dude is the type of dude that women would assume other women want because he's attractive, then the other women are going to want him. So that's what he means by pre-selection. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is this, because women are going to want what other women want. But what you have to understand is that that's not the end all be all of everything. It's just the same way of saying, women want guys who are good looking. No shit. Really? I didn't know that. You understand? Like, that's amazing. That's an amazing discovery that women want guys who are good looking, right? But that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because women also want guys who are charismatic. Women also want guys who exude that extreme sex appeal. Women also want guys who got money. Women also, you understand what I'm saying? There's all these other things. So it's like, why do you guys use particular circumstances as an excuse as to why you can't succeed in the game? That's the problem.
The reason why I don't like statements like that is because if you read the statement, it puts way too much power in the hands of the woman.
Right.
And what we're trying to tell you is that all the power lies with you, bro. Like, it's up to, like, it's you who have to put in the work and go approach these females. Like, that's really all it is. That's really all it is. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, these dudes be on some other shit. All right, hold on.
You keep trying to blame everything on something else.
Right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this? You.
Poppin'.
What's going on? Who this?
Gizmodo.
Who?
Gizmodo.
What's going on with you?
Gizmodo. Where you calling from?
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Canada.
All right. What's good with you though?
All right, A.
I just came in this. I heard Miles talk some like really good shit. I just wanted to say, like, the game, what I learned about it. There's such a high level to it.
Mm.
Because I'll just explain it from like a personal experience. Like ever since I started like approaching the females and talking to them, I felt like I became more confident and more out there, you know.
Mm.
And I learned this from watching you. So there's a lot of people who gotta like just be themselves and be straightforward when they're like approaching a female, because you don't know like how that's gonna go, and it's always like be honest, be straightforward, tell them what you want, and if they don't like that, then it's okay.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. Well, that's the thing. That's all it is man. People try to make the shit is more complicated than it needs to be, but it's really about how confident you are, how much work you want to put in, you know, how motivated you are to make the shit happen, you know, you understanding how to interact with women, and then you get shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
You feel me?
And I use that kind of like mentality in everything I do, you know, because it's also a part of life. You gotta. It just helps you to get stronger at doing that. You know what I mean? Right.
Nah, I feel you. That's real talk, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mouth because like he talks some serious shit.
Thanks, bro.
All right, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate the support, my brother. All right. So the caller number 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901. All right. Let me see who this is. You.
Yo, Lucario, what's good, Lucario?
What's popping? Who this?
This 2-4 grid. So I got something to say. So I heard you say earlier, you were saying how you gotta make sure men gotta make sure that the part, you look good or whatever else, you know, and women, you know, they'll look your way, they'll approach you or whatever, or they'll let you approach them. I think some guys don't get it. It doesn't matter sometimes how much money you have, what your clothes look like, how good you look. Some girls are just not fucking with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no matter how much green you spitting, how, you know, you're just not their type. I'm pretty sure you walked in the mall before. You know that you was up the part, nice cut, smell good, look good. And you see a baddie walking towards you, and you looking like, yo, how that nigga got that? You know, I if he can get that, and I think a lot of guys have the wrong mindset when it comes to this. They look at a guy, they think that they're more attractive than, or they have more than, they'll be like, yo, if he can get that, I can get that too.
Right.
But that's not the case, my nigga. Because she might be feeling him.
Right.
That's what she into.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think a lot of guys get disappointed because they will listen to the coaches, they will listen to you guys go, hey, if you say this, if you do this, if you do that, and then they go try and apply it, and they're like, yo, this shit don't work. No, bro, it's just sometimes it's just gonna be that way. You gotta take the good with the bad. You're gonna pull some, and sometimes you're not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna leave the club like you feeling like the man, and sometimes you're gonna fill the club leaving like the chump. It just all depends. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's basically all I wanted to say real quick, Lucario. I just wanted to get that out there real quick. Whatever else.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, my brother. I'm gonna respond to that on the stream. All right. So now, and the thing is, what he's saying is, and this is what you guys have to understand, is that every chick ain't gonna like you, which is good. That is not supposed. And see, the problem I have with a lot of guys when they talk about game and when they talk about success in a game, a lot of guys think, and again, this goes back to ego. What a lot of guys try to do, and I heard this before, is guys will say, well, shouldn't you try to get the girl who's giving you resistance? Or shouldn't you try to get the girl who don't like you to like you? No, that's not what it's about. It's about finding the woman that like you, period. That's what it's about. If I'm talking to a girl and she ain't trying to talk, why am I going to keep trying to talk to her? For what? You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to move away from her and talk to another woman who's being receptive to me. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the problem with so many guys, because they're so caught up in their ego. They're like, oh, I want to get that girl who's been giving me a hard time at my school. It's like, why would you want to keep running after a chick, chasing a woman, and she not really feeling you? That they don't make no sense. But again, a lot of dudes, they do it because they want to feed their ego. They're chasing validation through the chick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it is. So guys gotta, because look, I had this dude who because we was talking about him on the Bad Boy show the other day, where I was talking about the guy who said that he knows that lesbians are ugly or some shit, or all the lesbians he sees. Yeah. So right. So I clicked that and I put it on YouTube.
Hold up. Truth be told, some butch lesbians is cute too.
That's true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? So I clipped that joint. And so he was saying, he was like, oh, Miles and Locario just exposed themselves because they're showing that they're getting rejected by all these girls. I'm like, nigga, of course we getting rejected by girls because we go out and actually talk to fucking women. The fuck you mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about.
Right.
We're supposed to get rejected. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
no, but see, again, it's just a pure example of,
hold on.
Of these guys don't know what they don't know.
Right.
Because we sit here, we talk about game, and you think because we understand game that we never get rejected. No,
right.
No, bro. Again, the reason why we understand game is because we understand how to deal with rejection and still on to get the bitches that we get. You see what I'm saying? Again, I said it before. I was saying how a lot of you think that religion and praising the Lord is so only good things can happen to you.
Right.
No. Praising, like being religious, and this is just an example. Being religious and quote unquote praising the Lord is being grateful for things happening to you, and also being faithful and confident when bad things happen to you.
Right, exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
Good things will happen to you and bad things will happen to you. The point is learning how to deal with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's game. You understand?
Exactly.
What I'm talking about? We ourselves, we getting rejected. Nigga, we ain't nobody ever could go through any video and be like, niggas had 100% approach rate ever. Like,
exactly. Right. Right.
Find me the nigga that got 100% approach rate. Find him.
Mm-hmm.
Find him. That nigga
Right.
don't exist. So niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Make sure you guys hit that donate button. Hit that motherfucking donate button. All right, so you guys can call back. Phone number 646-481-3901. You guys can call in.
And how boring would it be if you had 100% approach rate?
Exactly right. That should be goofy.
Like every bitch, hey, what's up? And then she's in the bed with you. Like,
right.
Come on, man.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
What's going on with Carl? This is Sheldon from the chat room.
What up? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I just wanted to add a few things to the conversation after, like, guys talking about they not having a problem. Having a problem with women. And this comes from your dude, Ron, but I think it's relevant here. I hear him speaking on finding the tribe. I think sometimes that would be good if guys know who the type of women they click with,
right,
and concentrate on that, as opposed to going after a woman who may be Muslim and you're Christian.
Right.
What up, fellas?
What up? Nah, that's real talk. I agree with you. See, the thing is, you know, it's all about figuring out who you connect with and who you flow with, who you're compatible with. You feel what I'm saying? Because listen, part of what makes me like a chick is the fact that she's cooperating with me. You feel what I'm saying? That's part of what makes her even attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, you just pay attention to details. I feel like a lot of dudes don't pay attention to details. When you start noticing certain things, like I click with this person, I don't click with that person. You can alleviate all the BS when you realize that you're in an area of women that you historically don't get along with. Now, if you're a master player, it makes no difference. But if you're just starting off or you're trying to have it easy, pay attention to who you click with.
Right. Nah, that's real talk, bro. That's real talk, man. I appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
I just want to have one more step.
Oh, my bad. I cut him off real quick. They got to get some quick. Well, K-Zag, what's going on, bro?
Chilling. How your brothers doing, man?
Chilling.
We good. Man, what's going on? Let me see who else is on this line. Dude just calling up. Hold on. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
It's G-Money from the chat.
What up? What's going on with you?
Nothing much, just chilling. So I had a situation where I think I talked about this earlier, but so she has so-called a boyfriend. I don't know if it's true or not, but usually these chicks I've noticed like to say they have boyfriends and shit, but then they be like flirting and sending nudes and shit on Snap and stuff. So like it kind of contradicts with the whole like boyfriend bullshit. But
no, it doesn't.
to chill, right? Like used to go or some shit way before, like, so pretty much what happened was is I sent a nude and then I was just like, oh, nice angle. Like I wasn't actually like dating her. I was pretty much just talking about the picture. Like I guess it kind of like kicked her ego down type of thing. And then to just with her, but she will use the whole like, oh, I gotta stay 6 feet away, or like she'll bring up the virus as an excuse.
Wait, hold on, wait, stop. Let me stop. Let me hold on. Let me stop you right there. Where you met this chick at?
She used to go to my school.
Okay.
And as the years go by, we used to chill at like car meetings and shit.
Okay, and so you just recently got back in touch with her? How? Snapchat. Okay.
I didn't realize she was on my Snapchat for so long, and then she like messaged me on my story type of thing.
Okay, and she said she got a boyfriend?
Yeah, she's bitching and complaining about how like she did the whole like towel challenge, and he wasn't even like giving her attention. But in my head,
why'd you letting that bitch do that?
Yeah, I do the same thing and not fucking like validate your bitch ass. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on for a second, Paul.
Opinion on it.
Hold on. K-Zagan, what you were saying?
Why are you letting her bend your ear about a relationship problem that ain't got shit to do with you?
You hear that, caller?
I can't really fully hear him.
Damn, how come we can't hear the caller?
Y'all niggas be lying, man. Y'all motherfuckers.
He's kind of like faint.
He's got. He's in the back, so you gotta speak loud right into your mic. Exactly.
Damn.
I know, right?
Caller, why are you letting this woman bend your ear about her relationship problems? Why?
You say, why are you letting this woman talk to you about her relationship problems?
It's a good question. I never even asked about it type of thing. Every time I like pretty much just try to like link up with her, she'll be like, oh, like I live with my boyfriend, but he doesn't treat me right. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. But it's like, bitch, why are you still with him? Type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
why are you still talking to her? That's a better question. Why are you still talking to her? Put that bitch in your rear view. God damn, y'all killed me.
Go ahead, caller. What are you saying?
Nah, I was gonna say like it's been like 2 weeks since I like last spoke to her, because like the whole like I only try once or twice to link up, and if the bitch is not fucking like trying to link up, then I'm obviously not gonna bother. But my question is, why would you even start sending me nudes and shit if you had no intentions on continuing through with it? Was she just attention?
Yo, ask him to tell us something about the new bitches.
Yeah, what about the new girls you messing with?
That's a good question. Okay, so pretty much the new ones I'm messing with kind of live far, but the downfall.
Wait, stop. Hold on, stop. I'm so upset I asked you that question because okay.
They don't have a car. So it's kind of like.
All right, hold on.
Wait, ask him how old he is. Ask him how old he is.
Yeah, how old are you?
29.
29. You too old to be getting played this hard. Listen, one, you're this girl that has the boyfriend. She's just using you for attention. That's why she's sending you the nudes and all that other shit. She has no intent. She has no intentions of doing anything with you. You understand what I'm saying? She's just using you for attention. That's it. You understand? Women will do that. Women will do a bunch of shit to get your attention. So they'll send you news, they'll send you text messages all the time. But when it comes down to actually doing something, they're not going to do it, especially if she got a boyfriend. she's getting all that her ego, built up through you, and then she go right back to her boyfriend and fuck him. You understand? With all that energy you gave her. You understand? And then on top of that, you talking to other women who not even in your area, so they're using you for attention. You understand what I'm saying? Like they listen. You know, like when a chick is a slut or a whore, and dudes pass her around to their friends.
Yeah.
Bro, you're the male equivalent of that, bro. Like what Patrice O'Neal said, you're a time hoe. This is what I'm saying. Like they're using you for time, bro.
And attention.
Right.
Nah,
They're like, I know this dude will give you all types of attention. You ain't even got to fuck him. Here's his number.
the bitch just said nude, and I'm like, okay, let's link up, because at like fucking 11 at night, so I'm assuming I'm a deuce. But then they bring up the whole like coronavirus as a fucking excuse, and then I pretty much tell her, I'm like, you do realize there's bitches out there risking getting AIDS, so like this is the least of your worries.
See,
and like she'll laugh about it.
See, you trying to,
okay.
bro, I'm telling you. Wait, go ahead. I know K Zag and Miles, y'all want to say something. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got to speak to the
I
camera real hard.
was just gonna say, you don't need to be getting into all that deep conversation with the bitches. Be like, yo, you coming over or not? That's it. And if she not coming over, then I'll talk to you later. And you call the next bitch.
Right, that's it. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, bro. Because right now you're being used for your time. So don't let these chicks use you for your time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
I respect that. Thank you.
All right, Mahalo. All right, K Zag, what you was gonna say? I know you was ready to say something. Go ahead.
It's just, I don't want to, because right before that caller, we were just talking about compatibility.
Right.
And about compliance and about dealing with women who are 100% cooperative. And then he calls up with that bullshit. And it's like, these women ain't giving you nothing that you want, but you giving them everything that they want from you. And these dudes be having all these unproductive conversations with women.
Right.
One of my pet peeves I used to always have when I was younger, when I would be on the phone with a chick and I'd be like, come holler at me. She'd be like, well, I don't know. Let's just talk on the phone. I'm like, bitch, if you really want to get to know me, you'll come see me. I'm getting off the phone right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking on the phone with you, having this unproductive conversation that ain't geared to my bottom line. I want my dick wet. Are you gonna assist me with that? If you're not, then why am I talking to you? I'm gonna go find another chick that's gonna do that for me.
Right. Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Lone Wolf said, no high value woman will come straight over.
These niggas.
What does that even mean?
Wait. First of all, what is a high value woman?
Right.
Thank you. I want to know.
Right.
Break it down to us, Lone Wolf.
Right. I want to know what.
Call in and tell us, Lone Wolf. Call in and tell us what
a high value woman is a woman who does what the fuck I tell her.
Right. A high value woman is a woman that I label a high value woman.
Right.
Why? Because she's valuable to me.
Right. Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something. You think Michelle Obama is a high valuable woman to me? Look, no disrespect, but Michelle Obama is a high value woman to Barack Obama.
Okay? Right.
And I don't even want to assume too much neither. Okay,
right.
I can't speak for that man. But the only value, you understand, that Michelle Obama could really have is decided by Barack. Like, so her getting all of this prestige as a high value woman. Why? Just because you was the first lady? Bitch, you're only the first lady because your husband is the fucking president.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Where are these high value women? What the? Yo, y'all. That's the point I'm trying to make. You see the statement Homeboy made earlier about pre-selected men are men that women like, and that's what make women. Why are we putting so much power in the hands of these females, man?
Exactly. Right.
I keep telling y'all, like, you hold the power. You, the man, you.
Right. Dudes talking about they got to pass a woman shit test. Like, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? They say he, my dude Bannertown say he's a lone wolf for a reason.
With a mindset like that, yeah. Talking about no high value woman. See, let me tell you what high value is to him. is a chick that's pretty. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
That's it. A lot of these niggas, how the fuck is the chick a high value chick if you don't even know nothing about the bitch?
Mhm.
Okay, but what it is, you're enthralled and you're impressed by her because maybe she got a good job. We had them phone conversations. Well, she's a nurse. How do I talk to her? Y'all be impressed with these chicks, and y'all automatically be labeling these women high value because they're beautiful and maybe they're hard for you to get. So because
Right.
it's a challenge for you to get her, she's high value. That's why I got to keep trying. It's like, come on, man.
Right. Now, real talk, man. Yo, shout out to my dude Gerald for the $20 donation. And shout out to my dude David for the $10 donation. Appreciate it, fam. Make sure you guys hit that donate button. Support the cause, support the show, support the game so we can keep doing this shit, hitting y'all motherfuckers in the head with this game. You feel what I'm saying? Man, it's
Bro.
yo, that shit is funny though. Because I'm like,
You know what? I would love for a chick that I just met to tell me I'm a high value woman. I'm like, what makes you high value? Because
Right.
a lot of times they're gonna be like, well, I'm me. that's what they're gonna tell you. Because they don't have nothing else. Or they
Right.
might say, well, I got a degree. And I was like, okay, what does your degree do for me? How can I benefit from your degree? I can't.
Right. Because just like when an employer, when a potential employee goes to try to get a job, what makes that person high value to that employer is if that person trying to get the job is in alignment with what that company needs from that employee.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying? You're valuable to me only in the sense of what can you do for me? You feel what I'm saying? So
Thank you.
you know what I'm saying? So if I'm telling you to come to my place and you don't come to my place, you're low value. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand when these dudes come up with this, like, you know, it's like these fucking feminist or, you know, fucking blue pill, quote unquote, talking points of, oh, well, a woman's not valuable if she's just going to come over and to your house because a woman of value is going to, you know, have more respect for herself than that and all that other stupid shit. Man.
A woman of value is going to make
That's
you
kind
work for it.
Right. She's going to make you work for it, bro. She's going to say.
So
You see-
Lone Wolf.
Huh?
Go ahead, man.
Look, what I was gonna say is, like, when niggas say shit like that, a woman of value gonna make you work for it. This is what I'm talking about when we talking about, like, as a man, you should always be trying to improve. You should always be trying to, like, you never should be complacent with whatever level you're at. You understand? Because as a man, you're supposed to always be working harder and harder to get better and better, and not for no bitch, but for you. You understand? So when the woman meets you, you're still on your way up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So all of that, I gotta work to get it type of shit, that shit don't apply to me, bro.
Right.
Because being a man of value, I'm always working. I'm always getting better. Like, I'm always fucking improving. I'm always, like, every next time you see me, I'm making more money than the last time you saw me. And that's a fact.
Right.
That's a fucking fact, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck with me, know that shit. And not explicitly like I'm fucking going over my tax returns with them or nothing like that. But they know who they dealing with. So all that me working for it, no, bitch, you gotta work to get into my frame because I'm always better. What are you doing? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And see, look, Costas up here trolling. He said, I noticed you're a very dominant woman, and in fact, you're not submissive, which is a turnoff at April MC in the chat.
That's hilarious.
Listen, let me tell you. April is definitely submissive. Ask me how I know.
How did you know?
Oh my goodness, man. But you know what's funny? A lot of dudes, you know, they don't understand that, like, when you gotta be a real dude though to be able to, because look, a chick who's feminine already has a submissive spirit in her. You understand what I'm saying already? But what happens is that a lot of times guys will be like, oh, the chick is not submissive. It's not that she's not submissive. It's just that she recognized that you ain't a real nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So she ain't trying to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is.
So Costas, that's what April recognized about you.
Right. Right.
That's why you're not getting that feminine essence from her. She don't fuck with you like that.
Oh man.
She put it in the chat. There we go.
Right, right. Oh, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. That's funny. So, guys, I see somebody just called up, but you guys can call back and call the number 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901. All right. Yo, what's popping? Who this?
Yo, what's good, Mr. Lucaro?
What's going on?
Not much. Shout out to K-Zagan and Miles. Good looking out on dropping that weight, man. You look good with the weight loss. Keep doing your thing, man.
Pause, but thank you.
That's what's up. So what's going on with you, man?
Yo, so there's something that you had said a while back, and then like that shows me how you are the truth. You know what I mean? Because this caller had called. He said that men should only focus on the purpose, they getting money, having a nice car, versus a dude that's focused on pussy. And you had said the dudes that focus on getting girls will actually get more girls than the dudes that focusing on trying to become like focus on his purpose. Know what I mean? Which is that makes sense. Know what I mean? So like there's this guy that I know, like he fucked a lot of girls, like hundreds of girls. And then he said the reason why he fucked so many girls because his main purpose was to fuck girls. Meaning whenever he wake up, go to the mall, go to the store, he only think about pussy, trying to fuck a girl every single day. You know what I mean? So which is that makes sense. So if you are a guy, you trying to like focus on your purpose, yes, you can still get girls, but the dude that focus on getting girls will eventually get more girls than the guy that's focusing on his purpose. That's how I see it. I mean,
well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing, though. See, what you guys gotta understand is that because me and Miles was really the one that was started bringing even that to the forefront of you know, talking about this stuff, and then you had some other cats that ran with it and didn't know what the fuck we was talking about. So like when we talk about focus on your purpose, that's something that should be happening anyway. That's automatic. That's like what you do in life, period. And so what a lot of dudes do is that they use that as an excuse to be able to get around learning game. You understand what I'm saying? So they think that that's the cheat code to getting women. Oh, I'm gonna just focus on my purpose and then women are gonna fuck with me. No, that's not how it happens. Exactly.
It's not gonna happen though, because like the thing about it, I think as a man, as you said, a man should focus on everything, trying to maximize every single thing, trying to have the most sex appeal, trying to have the most money, everything. And also, you should also focus on trying to get bitches. You know what I mean? Because if you're trying to just focus on your career, making money, the girls are not going to come, because a lot of times they said, if you focus on your purpose, the woman will come. No, it will not come. Like you should also focus on your purpose and also focus on trying to get girls. That's how I see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just my point of view, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, do your thing, man.
I appreciate the call, my brother.
Later.
Let's talk about that for a second. Miles and K-Zag, what's your thoughts on that stuff?
Well, this is my thing. If you're a thorough individual, if you're on point, getting women to be attracted to you is the byproduct of you doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, right.
The problem with dudes say, well, I'm going to do this to get bitches.
Exactly.
That's the wrong mindset. Right, you're supposed to be doing that anyway. Right. It's like this. Like Miles is going to the gym doing his thing. Okay? He's doing it for his health. He's doing it because he wants to. I'm sure he's probably going to notice, if he hasn't already, that more and more women are going to be attracted to him. So what he's doing for himself and the women noticing it is a byproduct. He's benefiting from taking care of his shit for himself.
Right.
A lot of guys, they think, oh, if I get this nice car, I'll get more bitches. And I'm trying to figure out, I mean, I've never heard of a chick get horny because of a car. I've never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. A chick be like, I like your car, I just got wet. I've never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? So this thing with all this materialism shit, you should want that shit for yourself because you want a nice life for yourself. Right. And if you on point where women notice you, yes. But here's the problem. If you ain't got no game, you just lunch meat to them. You food. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. That's all I got. Y'all got it.
I was just gonna say that, like, I came up with the purpose thing as a as another avenue to give guys to understand, you know, another idea about enhancing your identity as a man.
Exactly, right.
That's why I brought that shit up and about. But what I'm realizing that there's a lot of guys trying to use it as an excuse to hide behind as to why they're not getting bitches. You understand? They're trying to say shit like, oh, well, I'm on my purpose, so I ain't got time to fuck with hoes. Or I'm on my purpose because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's really not why I brought it up. I brought it up to say that, look, you should be doing other things that are enhancing who you are as a man. So when you do interact with females, you actually have something to say.
Right.
You have some type of framework to try to fit her into. You understand what I'm saying? Because the problem is that because there's a lot of dudes that may not have a purpose, the bitch, once they meet the bitch, she becomes their purpose.
Right, exactly.
Once you do that type of shit, the chick don't have no love for you because she's like, remember, I'm a bitch. I ain't shit. So how the fuck am I your purpose?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a purpose for me to fit into. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to come to your house and cook and clean. But you got to have a house in the first place.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's mad niggas. Yeah, I got my bitch cooking and cleaning and where's your kitchen at, nigga? Where's you still living with your moms? Your moms is cooking and cleaning in here. Like, you want me to, you know what I'm saying? So again, purpose is not something for you to hide behind, and it's not a reason why you're not getting bitches.
Right.
If you a nigga that's really on your purpose, you should be getting bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because even if a man who's not actually a player, if you're on your purpose, life is gonna lead you. Life is gonna put you in front of bitches.
Exactly. Right.
You understand? So if you're a doctor, you're in medical school. It's gonna be a couple of fine bitches in your medical school. It's gonna be a couple of fine bitches on campus, at that library, when you doing your residency, wherever. It's gonna be you gonna start working at the hospital, and it's gonna be a cute nurse on the floor. Like when you're on your purpose, life is gonna put you in front of a fine bitch.
Exactly.
And if you're following your purpose and you're enhancing your identity as a man, when you get to that bitch, you're gonna have something to say to her.
Right. And on top of that, the thing is, understanding that when we talk about purpose is even more, it's more of a spiritual thing. Because what happens is that a lot of guys think, oh, because I got a job and I'm making money, I'm on my purpose. No, you're not. You probably you fucking working somewhere, you could be making $100,000 a year, but that's not your purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So they confuse making money and having a nice car and all this other shit as the purpose, but you might not necessarily be on your path. And because you're doing something that you don't like, right? That causes you to not enjoy your life, enjoy the moments you're having in the situations, which cause you to be the type of person that women don't want to be around because you got a certain type of energy. You feel what I'm saying? That that repels women. Now, if you're on your purpose and you're excited and you're happy and you're doing what you do, that's a different type of energy that even when you do interact with a woman, that makes you more attractive to a woman. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that what people got to understand is that the purpose thing, it indirectly helps you when it comes to you interacting and dealing with women. But what most guys thought or they think is that being on your purpose is a magical thing that's going to make women flock to you. And that's the end all be all. And it's like, nah, it's like anything else in this game. Everything matters. Everything goes with everything else. So it's not just like, well, I'm just going to do this thing. This is why I laugh at dudes when they're like, whoa, I'm just going to look good. I'm going to just do this. It's like, it's everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's use, what's popping? Who this?
What's up, man? It's Kevin from Dayton. What's going on, man?
Oh, shit. Kevin, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, Miles? Trey Bang?
What's up, man?
I got a story. You know, into my car, I got a story.
All right.
What's up?
Okay. A lot of these guys out here scaring these women just because they may have an education or they may, have some degrees. When you deal with those type of women, you just have to be yourself, man.
Right.
The most important thing is being yourself. I talked to a chick one time. I was on a job, and she worked at a hospice center, and she had a red Cadillac, and she got in that Cadillac one day. I said, next time I see her, I'm gonna catch her. She came out of the hospice center with a nice dress, with a nice skirt on. So I walked up to her and said, hey. I said, what's your name? She told me her name, and a lot of times, guys, it's your vibe. Your vibe has to be congruent with who you are and what you represent.
Right.
So when I started talking to her, I said, well, what do you do here in the hospice? She was part of the clergy. I didn't bend even after she said that. We talked a little bit. I got her so enthralled. She looked at me like, hey, this dude is really interesting. I said, where are you from? She said she was mixed with Portuguese and something else. Had some beautiful hair. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I know you're part of the clergy. I said, but you're pretty. I said, really? And she said she was married. She said she was married. I was like, if you weren't married, me and you would be going out. Me and that chick looked at me and started laughing. And I had her. I didn't bend off of what she said. It didn't make me change my direction and where I want to go with her.
Right.
You have to always stay the same. Here's a story I'm gonna give you right here. I met a chick out. This is when I first started really learning game, and I started talking to her. And she worked at the base. I met her at a little bar. Pretty man told me to come down, check these chicks out. So I go down there and see her, start talking to her, and she real professional chick, you know, dressed real nice, had degrees, whatever. So I'm talking to her, and I'm not being myself.
Right.
We start talking about her job and how much did you enjoy your job and all that. I played myself. I really couldn't get a feel for her. So I was like, okay, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So now my game has got a little better. I'm studying where my flaws were, and I studied where I really wasn't coming across the chicks genuine. So I let that, her bent, you know, the way she acted, and, you know, not make me be true to myself. So I know I'm enough. So now you have to believe that you're enough.
Right.
So I saw her at a drive-thru one. She's inside of like a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I'm outside of the drive-thru. I said, that's that same chick I was talking to at the bar. Hey, I put my car around, walked inside like I was getting ready to order. I already had my food because I was at the drive-thru. I walked up to her. I said, hey. I said, damn, you looking good. She's like, oh, I just came from the gym. I said, you don't remember me? She was like, no, I don't. Okay, we talked a little bit. I tell you what, I'm going to be at such and such Friday. You meet me there. Okay, we talk, same numbers. Meet her there. Hey, had a real good time. We leave. We start messing around. I mean, being intimate and everything. So about 2 months passed. I was like, hey, you don't remember me from the little bar? She was like, no, I don't remember you. Another month went past. I was talking, sitting on the couch, and hey, I remember you. You was that guy that was talking to me. I'm the same guy.
Right.
But my vibe had changed.
Right.
I was different. I was being myself. And a lot of guys, when you talk to women that so-called education, degree, stuff like that,
right,
always be yourself. Because when she would say big words to me and start talking real proper, I was like, hey, baby, what do you mean when you said that?
Right.
And she said, hey, you know, when you say that to me, that turns me on, because a lot of guys, when they meet me, they try to act like they try to be smarter than me. She said, you just being yourself.
Right.
It turns me on when you ask me questions about what I'm saying. I mean, I had to almost get rid of her. She was on me so hard. Because the guys that she deal with, they didn't turn her on.
Right.
Turn her on. Emotionally and physically. You got to get into a woman's mind, man.
Right.
Guys, they worry about the outside. You don't have to be the handsomest dude to get the baddest chick.
Right. Right.
And what a lot of guys don't understand, notice some of the bad chicks that you see with some of the dudes. The dudes really don't look like nothing. The dudes that you think that's handsome, look at their chicks. They chicks not that bad.
Right.
It's the dudes that really got game and can bring those chicks' mind around to actually want to follow that dude. Hey, that's all I had, man. Hey, I was losing my mind when these guys called in here. A lot of guys that call in and they're having trouble with women, they have no personality.
Right.
Work on your personality. And women are easy to get, man, because they're emotional.
Exactly.
All you
Exactly.
gotta do is brush your teeth, man, and get your swag together, how you dress, and dress for your time. You ain't gotta be skinny. I
Mhm.
know some of the biggest dudes got some of the baddest chicks.
Right.
Just be yourself, man,
Mhm.
and you can pull that chick.
Right.
Come to her clean and correct. And don't, as a lot of guys like talk to chicks, they try to censor what they say. Your first thought is always gonna be your right thought. So
Right.
if you think she got some pretty legs and some pretty eyes, you tell her.
Mhm.
Oh, baby, you got some pretty legs and some pretty eyes. And tell her, you turning me on. Hey, once you tell a chick that, she already knows it's bedtime.
Right. Facts. Facts. Real
Right,
shit.
man.
Real
Hey, I love
shit.
it. Let them listen to y'all, man. Y'all be cool.
All right, bro. Mahalo. Peace.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Peace. All right. Shout out to
Man,
my
by nature, what's up, bro?
yeah. Miles had to head out of here. He had to go hit the gym and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
see,
be getting
on his
in.
purpose, motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, right? Oh man. Now, let me see who else this is. Yeah, what's popping? Who this?
Yo, Latoya, what's up? That's Green Noise. What's going on?
What up? What's good with you, man?
Good. Quick question. By the way, what's up, Zach?
What's up, bro?
I can barely hear now. Yo,
Damn.
Latoya, I got a quick question for you guys.
All right.
Like, how would you suggest guys go about practicing being aggressive? I guess sexually aggressive, or just being aggressive in general.
You said how would you practice being aggressive?
Like sexually aggressive.
I mean, it depends though, because it depends on the context. Because if you mean sexually aggressive in the bedroom or sexually aggressive when you're trying to meet a chick and trying to make it happen.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, just approaching.
Yeah, go ahead, K. Yeah, K. Zach, go ahead. You can take it.
No, because when you talk about aggressive, you got to look at the context of it. Okay, like if you're talking to a chick, or are you snatching her up and grabbing her and yanking her towards you, is she walking away? Now, I think the best word you probably should use is assertive, being more assertive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then we'll go with that. Yeah, because the last caller who just called, that's basically what I was talking about. That guy started. He pretty much is not afraid to express himself. I'm asking this because I have that issue, and I can sometimes be straightforward. Sometimes I'm nowhere near consistent.
So what issue are you having exactly? Say it again.
All right, let me put it this way. You know when a woman shows interest, majority of the time we can feel it.
Right.
All right. If the woman shows interest, most guys get relaxed. Like it's almost like a lie. I tense up, and it's internal, and I don't, and like I know I'm like, it's like a moment of hesitance, and that's why I'm asking this.
Right. Well, the thing is you're probably tensed up and hesitating and feeling that type of way because you're not ready to receive what could happen if you do be assertive. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you got to get used to that. And see, a lot of guys, they're because I did a seminar like a few years ago. I was talking about how you have to get used to success in the game with women so that it becomes an everyday thing, because when you're not used to the success, you hesitate or you tense up or you back away, and a lot of this stuff you're doing it is subconscious while you're doing it, but a lot of times you're doing it because you fear the unknown, you fear like of what's going to happen later. You see what I'm saying? So you have to just get yourself used to being in those situations. You have to push yourself forward into those situations. You understand what I'm saying? So when you do see that she's interested and she wants to make something happen and things are going, in that direction, lean more into it. You got to lean into it more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, like jumping in cold water. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Caller.
Yeah, because honestly, I think that's like the crux of at least my show. And at least like I'm already trying to do anything and everything well, at least I think I am. I try to work out. I try to push myself physically, to try to push myself mentally. but that part is just one area that I'm still struggling. It's kind of like it's like hard to accept it.
Right.
So yeah, I do agree with that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if you ever thought about like doing like a special on just like being like that straightforward. I don't know if you have, like, especially on other specials.
Right.
Because I have been on the Bad Boy membership.
Right.
But that would be like something like ridiculously valuable.
Yeah, I could probably do something on that. I could probably do some more stuff on that. But K-Zag, you want to say something? I thought you wanted to.
His biggest problem, like a lot of guys' biggest problem, you're concealing who you really are. You're hiding your personality. What you guys have to understand with all of us, there is something unique about you that women will like.
Mm.
You just got to stop being afraid to let it out. See, what a lot of guys who, you know, maybe don't have a lot of game, what they try and do, they try and be a certain way and say certain things, thinking that that's what the woman wants. But what women want is for you to be authentic, okay? And for you to be yourself.
Mm.
Now, will you get rejected being yourself? Yeah, because some women won't gravitate to your personality. But what you will find is if you're more honest in the moment with who you are and your true intent, you would find that chicks will be more receptive to that over time. Because when you let your true personality out, you're going to get more comfortable in doing that. And then before you know it, you'll realize, hey, I got something to offer outside of the shit I've been doing. Like I said, a lot of guys, they try and hide and conceal who they are because they think they're not enough. They think they have to craft this persona. You know, that's why you got guys lying to chicks. Same thing. They feel like their personality isn't good enough. So they got to lie and try and be someone else, thinking that that's what the chick would want in that moment. And it's like, no, she just wants you to be fucking honest. Now,
right.
Some women can't handle
it. Oh, wait, I have a question on that though. But are you talking about with people just starting off or just like guys in general? Because like I know when anybody starts anything, they always emulate some type of I guess like a mentor or like an idol. Like if you're trying to start martial arts, you might emulate or idol Bruce Lee. So, but there are some people who they just take stuff just like that's just who they are. They just try to emulate because for the sake of emulating just to get a result.
I don't do that.
I totally understand what you're talking about.
Caller, I don't do that. Look, I believe in setting a woman's expectations, okay? Because it's easier for me to keep up being myself versus to try and craft a lie and try and keep that lie going. You know what I'm saying? So it's much easier for me just to be who I am, and either the chick is down with it or she's not. You see what I'm saying? So this ain't no fake it till you make it type shit. This ain't no fake it till you make it type shit, bro.
All right,
bro, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate the call, my brother.
I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I'm holla. Peace.
Right. Take it easy.
Yeah, guys, you gotta get comfortable. You guys gotta get comfortable doing that shit, man. Because dudes, it's funny. That's what I say. Dudes be talking about, I want a dime, I want a hot girl, and then it's like you ain't gonna be able to handle it. You'll lose your fucking mind. You feel what I'm saying? They will lose their shit. You know what I mean?
Like Lone Wolf was talking about, no woman of value is gonna come up to your crib,
right?
Because these dudes cannot handle attractive women, and a lot of these guys have never even dated in a super bad bitch.
Right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this? God damn, what's going on?
Hold on, wait, give me 1 second.
Jesus, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, you good? What's going on?
What's going on? So I just had a question. I listened to your video yesterday about guys living on the internet and all that other shit.
Right.
What exactly do you mean by that? Like, how does somebody live on the internet? Like, what do you mean?
So basically what I'm saying is that there's the guys who don't have actual real world in the field experience. So they haven't experienced anything in real life. And what they do is that they listen to other guys on the internet who also don't have real world experience, and they all regurgitate the same bullshit that don't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? And so when a person who's actually been out in the field, right, and who's actually been studying shit, you know, it'll sound foreign to them. It'll sound crazy to them because what happens, this is why I say, for example, when I talk about looks don't matter, everyone's like, what are you talking about? It's all about looks and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. You haven't really been out there doing the shit to see what's going on. And listen, you can go out for a week and see this shit. That it's not all about looks. You feel what I'm saying? But this is how much these guys stay inside and just watch shit on the internet and just believe everything they hear. And that's why I was saying that you got the dudes who are internet nerds and who just basically go off of what they read on message boards, what they see in videos, but they're never actually going outside and doing shit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, I have a question. So
Right.
I'm dealing with this girl, and she lives in like another state or whatever. But I saw her like this whole week. I saw her, and I went back home to California. And I'm gonna see her again in 2 weeks, right?
Right.
And I told her, like, you know, I'm not big on texting. Like, I'll FaceTime you every once in a while, but really, I'm just gonna hit you up when I'm down. Like, come see you again, like when the time comes closer.
Right.
And then she kind of, you know, she felt a certain type of way about that or whatever, because you know she wants to talk to me and all this stuff. So what I'm saying is, like, you think that if I don't, like, if I just, you know, not talk to her and shit, and then just hit her when I'm a serious, will it fizzle out, or will it just kind of stay the same, or what do you think?
Nah, it'll fizzle. The thing is, a situation can fizzle out for any reason at any time. Now, the thing is, though, you don't want to go based off of what she wants to try to keep her. You understand what I'm saying? Which, you see what I mean? So if you say, look, I'm just trying to see you when I see you and I holler at you when I'm on my way to go see you, that's how you got to keep it. And if she's not down for that, then you got to let her go. You be like, all right, whatever. You understand? Because you don't want to start switching up and bending your shit to try to appease the girl to keep her or get her. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. You know,
She'll lose respect for you. She'll lose respect for you, Carla, in the long run.
a few days ago, and after she texted me, she was like, she sent me this whole book, like, hey, you know, I like you a lot, and this, and that. I want to see if we can make this official, and yada, yada, yada. You know, I just feel the same way.
Wait. Hold on. Stop. Oh, K-Zagan, go ahead. I think
No, he said something about, see, y'all got to stop letting women take control of the reins. Because at first you're saying that, you know, she wanted to do FaceTime or whatever with you.
K-Zagan, go ahead.
Okay, at first, stop letting women take control of the reins. Because at first you were talking about how she wanted to do the FaceTime shit, and you curbed that. Like, I don't want to do that shit. Now she sent you this long ass text from what you're saying. Well, I really like you. We should make this official. Now you're getting caught up.
I'll listen to playback.
Okay, now he say he can't hear you that good.
Damn.
You got to get. You know what I might have to do? I might have to get another speaker and put K-Zagan, whoever's on the screen, on the other speaker for dudes to hear or something. Because this should be crazy. But basically what we're saying is this is that when you're dealing with the chick, right? You have to keep your shit the same way throughout the whole situation and not trying to switch it up. But you said, how long you said you've been seeing this girl for?
No, I just met this shit like 3 weeks ago.
So what's she talking about making shit official? What the fuck is that about?
No, that's what I'm saying, man. The first time I met her, I was telling her like I'm moving like far away, like to go to school or whatever in the fall. And she was like, oh, well, you know, if we get together and we start dating and shit, I can come visit you and I can come fly out there and all this. That's the first day I met this girl. I was like, whoa, hold on, like I just met you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, it's confusing me. Like,
no, that shit don't need to confuse you.
I don't know you like that.
That don't need to confuse you. If you want to come through and fuck with you and hook up, that's cool. But you gotta create boundaries for that shit. You gotta be like, listen, there ain't gonna be no official nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? We just met, and wait, and you hit it though, right? You smashed already, right?
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Okay, cool. But yeah, just tell her to come through and smash, and then just keep it pushing that way. Don't fucking do no extra shit. Don't call her no extra times. Don't do no extra lovey-dovey back and forth nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm go ahead. What you saying? No, go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was gonna say because I already told her like it's gonna take me a long ass time for me to even consider being your boyfriend or whatever to go to take that far. And then like she kind of stopped bringing it up, but if she brings it up again, what do I do? I charge her, or what do I just check her on it again, or what do I do?
Nah, just keep smashing her and then just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even take her seriously. Now, if she won't shut up about it, then you got to let her know. Be like, listen, if you keep talking about this, I'm gonna have to bounce because I already told you. You know what I'm saying? And so you just gotta just do you. Just do it how you want to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And just keep having fun with her, but don't get into no serious shit. Y'all just fucking met 3 weeks ago. You feel me? But I'm gonna have K Zagger respond to you after I hang up.
Yeah,
So
I got the shit to say that then.
All right, I'm out.
All right, cool. There you go.
All right. So K
All right,
Zagger, what are you gonna say to
a couple of things. Y'all guys, stop letting the woman's emotions about with you impact how you deal with her. Because he said earlier that that she wanted to do the face thing and he didn't want to do that. But as soon as she sent that text saying, I really like you, I want XYZ, he started to change. And he was willing to compromise and be like, oh, well, if you really like me like that, then maybe I can do this. And it's like, no. And I'm saying, it don't matter how she, I don't give a, you know what? One thing I used to always tell chicks when we were just fucking, chicks will tell me, I think I'm falling for you. And I would tell them, hey, you might not want to do that.
Right.
And then sometimes they will think I'm falling in, and I will stop them. Bitch, if you say love, we done. Like, no. No, I swear to God, I would tell bitches that. Like, I will stop them in mid-sentence because your feelings for me is not going to dictate my feelings for you.
Right.
Because the chick, he said 3 weeks. The bitch ain't done enough to even be worthy of that type of conversation. Like, I'm shutting that shit down. Like, hey. And she long distance too? I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Fellas. See, and I know what it is. A lot of you guys, y'all want girlfriends so bad, but also what you want is you want a woman to covet you, and you want her to have all these feelings for you. And the minute you feel, oh, I finally got this girl that feels this way for me, let me jump off the cliff and do this. And it's like, no.
Hold on for a second, caller. Hold on for a second.
No, you got it. I'm done.
All right, caller. What's going on with you? What's popping?
Yo, what's going on, K Zagger? What's going on with Tario?
What up?
What up, fam?
What's up, K Zagger? I just want to, I ain't gonna hold it up too long. I just saw a goofy comment, dog. That shit was funny. So the nigga, they asked him how old he was. He said he was 37. So I'm like, it's sad, it's grown niggas out here with this crazy ass mindset. Long story short, the nigga he say, women are not logical. They are 100% controlled by their emotions, right? So let me ask y'all a question. K Zagger, how many niggas? I feel like women know what the fuck they doing. You want to know why? K Zagger, ask me this question. How many niggas you know? How many dudes you know that have women paying their mortgage, paying all their fucking bills, giving them money, and he ain't giving them no dick? How many niggas you know that? How many niggas you know doing that?
Not many.
Hey, Lucario, how many niggas you know?
Right. I don't know any personally right now. So
yeah.
Okay. How many women you know?
A lot. That's doing this.
Yo, these niggas make the game so sweet, dog. Lucario, they make the game so fucking easy for niggas like me, dog. What's your take on that, bro? That shit had me rolling, bro.
Nah, but because you gotta understand, man. You gotta understand. The fact is that dudes, see, we make it easy for women to play us. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're so scared to fucking let a chick know what we trying to do. So we pussyfoot and be indirect so the chick could string a nigga along all day and then get as much attention, money, whatever out of him, and then be like, all right, we good. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is.
These bitches so elevated with their gang, dog. Let me throw this in. I just read an article, bro. I be reading this shit, man. These bitches are joining niggas' companies, filing like allegations against the CEOs, and them CEO niggas are stepping down. And them same bitches that filed the allegations against them, they are replacing them. They're taking over their CEO position.
Right.
Y'all niggas spitting game for some pussy. These bitches got so much game, they're taking over your company.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
You niggas gotta man, step up, dog. Hey, I thought I wanted to say Cario, man. Like, this shit was so, hey, man, I can't even talk right now, man. Hey, shout out to you, K Zagger. Much love, man. Keep lacing them. Hopefully they get it. They know. Continue being squares, man.
No, facts. That's real talk, bro. Appreciate it. That's facts talking. Because, what's funny is that a lot of dudes, see, a lot of guys, they don't realize that women, or I say this, how guys are talking about, oh, well, a chick is a hoe or a slut, and if she fucked too quick and she can't pair bond and all that other nonsense. So women use that against y'all. Y'all don't understand it. So when you deal with a girl, guess what? You're gonna be chilling with a chick. You're gonna want to smash. You know what she's gonna say to you? She's gonna be like, "Well, I'm not the type of girl. I want to get to know you more, and let's get to know each other." And then your dumb ass is like, "Oh, she's one of the good girls, right?" and then by the time
she's valuable,
right? Exactly. She's a high value woman because she didn't come over my house the first time. You know, all that dumb shit. So now in the back of her head, she's like, okay, I'm going to get this nigga for this, and that. I'm going to string him along for a few months or whatever. And even if you do get the pussy, because I say even if you do get a pussy, by the time that happened, you understand? You done already gave this chick like $10,000, paid her rent, fucking did all this other extra shit. And I'm just like, yo, they crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is what niggas don't understand. Women are smart, instinctive, and intuitive.
Right.
They will use your sexual insecurities against you.
Exactly.
They know dudes got a problem with women's sexual past. They know dudes got a problem with body counts. This is why when you ask a chick's body count, she'll never give you the true number. She's going to tell you an acceptable number for her age.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to believe it because she's going to be so fucking sweet and nice. You're going to be like, she don't seem like she's the type to do that. And, and see, what guys got to understand, for all you guys, if you ever had sex with a chick and she made you wait a month, there was a dude that fucked her the same night he met her.
Exactly.
I promise you.
Exactly.
I promise you.
Nah, real talk. And see the thing that the problem with that is this. There's something that goes on in your mind that makes you want to believe that shit. So what happens is that because you're looking for that girl with the low body count and all that other shit, right? Mm-hmm. When you meet that girl that you think is hot, and she tells you, "Oh, I'm not the type of girl, right? I don't have sex on the first date. I got to get to know a guy." So you start to think, "Oh, she's one of the good girls, right?" So then, mind you, she could have had sex with like 85 guys. You have no idea, right? And so she tells you she only has sex with 2 dudes, right? So now, because you want to believe that so bad, so that you sort of accept that from her because you want that to be true. You want it to be true, which is why you believe in it. And so what happens is you allow yourself to be strung along because you now have to go with that narrative of her being a good girl. So you can't even really ask her for no pussy, because if you say to her, "No, let's fuck," she can just keep deterring that and say, "Well, you know, we only been out on 2 dates and you know, I don't move that fast, but you know, maybe after we go to dinner tomorrow, then maybe we'll see," right? And then so that reinforces your thought that she's one of the good girls. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is how the chicks get you guys and fucking game you, because they use your own fucking logic against you. They use your own stupid shit against you. You understand what I'm saying? So you sitting there talking about, "Well, I don't want no to wife up no hoe, and I don't want no girl that's fucking a bunch of dudes." Then that's what you got. But at the same time, she played your ass. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is why I laugh at dudes who they're so caught up in this whole thing of, oh, body counts and pair bonding and all this other stuff. The women know. See, this is the thing. When a woman meets a guy who understands what's really going on, a guy who doesn't shame her sexuality, a guy who's like, "Listen, we grown ass people, let's get it in, let's have some fun," she'll have sex with him quicker. You understand? She'll be more honest with that dude because she could freely be herself. Right? You're allowing her to be freely herself. Whenever she meets a guy who's on that, "Oh, well, you know, these women out here, they just aren't real women anymore because they just opening their legs for everybody and and all this other stuff." Now she knows, oh, he's one of these niggas. So I'm gonna pretend to be one of those chicks to get what I want out of him. And at the same time, while he's dating her and you know, hanging out with her, she's fucking some other dude on the side like almost every week. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh man, these dudes.
Well, they're hilarious because think about it like this. I would say that most of us get horny at least once a day, every day.
Right.
At least once a day, you thinking about fucking.
Right.
So you think women ain't thinking about fucking at least once a day?
Exactly.
Now, realistically, they might be thinking about fucking 10 times a day. So every day she's thinking about dick. Do you really think while she's dating you, she's gonna make you wait 3 weeks and not get no dick from someone else? When she's thinking about dick every day?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
That's what I don't get. I'll be like, yo, I'm thinking these dudes really think that the girl that's saying, hey, I gotta get to know you is waiting on you to fuck. Like that don't you understand what I'm saying? That makes zero sense. Why would she be and see the thing is that again, this goes back to their delusion of thinking she's a different type of girl, or thinking that because look, you gotta think that women don't like having sex to believe that a woman has a low body count. That has to be the basis of your thinking. And then you have to think that a woman is dysfunctional for wanting to have sex a lot or having sex a lot in order for your narrative to make sense to you. So in order for you to cope with dealing with a woman not having sex with you, you're saying, well, we're waiting, or she's making me wait. You understand what I'm saying? To have sex, right? She's making me wait to have sex because she's one of the good girls. You understand? So that you feel better about the whole situation. But I'm like, yo, it's like, like dudes, they don't realize that they put their foot in their mouth with this shit. Like they don't realize that they fucked their own situation up because let's say all guys was like, let's say for example, right? You have guys out there talking about, yo, I want to get sex. These chicks be playing games. You know, I'm not getting the type of sex I want, and shit's going crazy, right?
Right.
Now, let's say 98, 99% of guys was like, look, we don't care about your fucking body count. We all trying to get it, and we all trying to fuck. We all trying to fuck on the first date, right? Well, what happened is that a woman couldn't use the excuse of, I need to get to know you more. I need to take it slow, because the only reason they use that excuse is because us men have created a situation to where we say there's girls who don't have sex and are good girls, and there's girls who do have sex and who are sluts. But if we all said, hey, y'all are all sluts, and we welcome that, then y'all would be getting more sex. You see,
would turn the dating game on its head.
Exactly.
Literally.
Dudes are the same dudes that's complaining about not fucking a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Are the same dudes who are who are the same ones that's putting that energy out there that a woman shouldn't be fucking. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of these guys, in my earnest opinion, my humble opinion, have never experienced what it's like to have a woman sexually attracted to them.
Right.
Because I challenge you this. Try and be in a bedroom or a hotel room for an hour with a chick who's sexually attracted to you. She gonna let you know that she's sexually attracted to you. So if you never experienced a woman desiring you for sex, and she's implying either with her actions and or her words that she's interested in that, you're always gonna believe that I got to build a rapport with her. I got to get her to like me, and through that, she would want to eventually have sex with me. That means you just don't understand sexual attraction, and you never truly experienced it for yourself.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right. Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys are kicking yourself in the ass by, you know what I'm saying, talking all this shit. Because see, and this is what dudes really want. They really want to be able to do a bunch of fucking with the sluts on the back end, and then meet that good girl that they can keep as their prized possession. You feel what I'm saying? But what they don't understand is that they're setting themselves up for that type of energy and that type of situation happening. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy, man. I'm like, oh my God, like motherfuckers, they don't understand it. And it's sad. It's so sad. It's real sad that's how things go down. You know what I'm saying?
What was always fun to me, Lucario, is you'll have dudes, they go to a traditional 4-year university.
Right.
And while they're there, they're going to all the frat parties. They're trying to fuck everything moving while they're there.
Right.
And then when they get into the latter 20s, early 30s, they're looking to be married and have a family. And then they meet this chick and they think she's a good girl. But what they don't understand, do you not know whatever university she went to? She was doing the same thing you was doing. She was going to all the sorority and fraternity parties, fucking everything moving. And both of y'all are looking for the quote unquote the good person in the shit, and both of y'all were promiscuous as hell. Y'all just don't know it because y'all don't know each other.
Right.
But she got mad skeletons in her closet. She done had threesomes. She been in orgies. She sucked like 3 niggas' dick in the back of a car. You just don't know that about her because she told you, I'm not that type of girl. Let's wait.
Right.
I don't do that. But you don't know what she was doing.
Right. Exactly.
And here you are.
And this is what I'm saying, man, with these dudes. And that's like the last caller that called. This is exactly why dudes get caught up and played in the game. Because the women know, you understand what I'm saying? That this is how this is how that shit go down. All right, it's gonna be the last call, and I gotta head up out of here. Yo, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, it's Ross.
Oh shit, Ross, what's going on?
How are you, K-Zaggin?
Chilling. What's popping with you?
So I had a question about, being authentic, right? Well, yeah, I mean, I do agree with the idea that you want to be authentic, right, and not lie. But what if, like, your authentic self is, you don't feel good, like, or what if you feel like you're too depressed or anxious? Because I gotta admit, a lot of times I do feel that way.
Right?
Why? But why? Why do you feel that way?
What?
Ross, why? There's a reason why.
Personal problems that I go through, and sometimes, I just naturally feel depressed.
Why?
Why? Well, I mean, it's nothing to do with like women, but it's like other stuff that's going on in my life.
So do you go to therapy or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I do.
And does that help you?
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, like, what if because I am, I do have some, issues with depression and anxiety, could that affect, and I try not to hide it, right? Because you want to be authentic. What if that negatively, affects the way that I talk to girls?
Well, the thing is that, yeah, that's definitely, that's going to affect it in a way, because see, the thing is, and this is, I'm glad you even brought this up, because what a lot of guys got to understand is, especially even like a lot of these black pill dudes that you see on the internet a lot, most of them do have issues like this. You understand what I'm saying? Which cause it to where it's harder for you to really navigate in these situations. Because see, the thing is that if you have some sort of mental illness or whatever it is like that, right? That's gonna create a barrier between where you're at and the success that you can that you'll eventually have with women. So the thing is, you got to work on yourself to be able to like get better with your situation. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's going to help you become more interactive and social with women to actually get success going on. Because a lot of times what happens is the actual skill and the know-how to make things happen in the game isn't complicated. You understand? You meet a girl, you approach her, you talk to her, y'all exchange information, y'all go on a date, whatever it is. It's not that crazy. But what makes it difficult is when dudes are suffering from depression and suffering from other things. That's going to make it hard for you to make something happen. So to answer your question, it's not to where that you need to make your depression, like, as we say, being authentic, it's not that you have to even put that in the forefront. So you don't got to be talking to girls and be like, hey girl, I'm depressed, and listen, you don't even got to even be talking about that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But
well, I try not to, but
right,
it might sometimes just come off just by my affect sometimes, or the vibe again, even when I'm trying not to. It's just like sometimes when I get nervous, I try not to, but it just some people tell me that I still give off that vibe a bit.
Right. Well, that's
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
He said he was told that he gave off that vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's a problem.
What?
Now he was asking, did you say that you was told that you give off that vibe?
Yeah.
Right. And this is what I'm saying, where it's one of those things where you're gonna have to still, like, you got to continuously work on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't interact with women. Now, the thing is, depending on the level of depression, like if you're, like super clinically depressed or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a doctor or anything, but from what I've heard, like if you're in a situation where you can't get out of bed for a week, that's one thing. You feel what I'm saying? But if you go in and out of depression, but you can actually still function, you can still make stuff happen. You feel what I'm saying? Because, for example, do you have a job? Are you working right now?
Well, technically, I'm not. I'm on furlough just because the economic state we're in. But no, I mean, I've been studying. I do my hobbies and other stuff. And, I mean, it's not like I'm clinically depressed, like you were saying, like stated then I can't function at all.
Right.
But I just, like I have like some degree of depression.
Right. Well, that's the thing is, it's not necessarily about, because what I'm saying is that you can still function. You're still functioning and doing what you do. You feel what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, you can still function as far as interacting with women. It's just that you don't necessarily need to put that at the forefront when you're dealing with women. You feel what I'm saying? So you work on that and you work on it on your own. But as you're dealing with women, you don't have to make that the thing. So even if it's coming out with your energy, right? It can naturally come out that way, but you don't want to indulge in those like you don't want to indulge in those feelings and make that the thing that you're talking about and doing when you're talking to the girl. So you don't want to be chilling with a girl and then start going into how depressed you are. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
don't do that.
Right. Save that for after you leave the girl. You could talk to a friend or talk to your therapist or talk to whoever. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to put that on the chick. You see what I'm saying?
How does that help with like giving off, a more positive vibe?
Right. So what I'm saying is that you choose to give off that positive vibe. So for example, if you go to work, right, and you're depressed, you don't necessarily go and sit at your desk and put your head down and just be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to do no work today because I'm depressed. No, you still go to work, you do the thing you need to do, and then you leave. You know what I'm saying? So in that same sort of fashion, you do the things that you can do up to that point and do it. And then when you're out of that situation, you work on yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying, where I was asking you, do you have a job and what are the other things you're doing? Because what I'm saying is that you're able to still function. But what I'm saying is you don't necessarily need to put that out on the forefront as a thing that you're making like the most important thing to talk about in the interaction with the chick. You see what I'm saying?
So what would be like faking it or putting on an act, like you're positive versus actually just,
No, it's not about faking it. It's not about faking it or putting on an act. What I'm saying is that you're bringing out your best qualities in the moment. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is that it's not about you faking it or pretending or whatever. You still feel how you feel, right? But at the same time, so like let's say for example, I was depressed, like right now, right? But you would never know because I'm not getting on here talking about how depressed I am. I'm just doing the show. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm still doing the thing I need to do, but I'm not making that the issue at the time. You understand what I'm saying? There's a time and place. So you're still doing what you need to do in the situation, and then you work on yourself, in general. You see what I mean?
So even if you might feel down, like right now, you're saying you're just bringing out more of like the positive things that are inside you at this moment,
right? And then you just work. You use that sort of energy. You see what I'm saying? You use that energy at that moment to do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. Where it's one thing if you're in a situation where you're super clinically depressed and you're in bed and you can't get up and you're in that type of situation. That's one thing. But if you're able, the fact that you can even call us and you've been calling in and we've been having regular discussions, that means that you're capable of having regular discussions and talk and interact. You see what I'm saying? Even though you're feeling how you're feeling.
Let me add this, Ross.
Hold on, KZ, will add something. Go ahead.
Okay, because earlier you said you had hobbies. Okay, which a lot of times your hobbies tend to be things that you're passionate about. Immerse yourself in those things you're passionate about. Find, your little sliver of happiness and joy in those things you're passionate about. Don't look for women to provide you with that. You know what I'm saying? So don't look for acceptance. Don't look for validation. What'd you say?
No, he said he doesn't. He said he doesn't do that.
Okay. So when you're talking to chicks, it shouldn't be something serious. It should be fun. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand why guys don't talk to hot women, because the shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got guys, they're so worried about being validated and being accepted, and they have this approach anxiety and fear of rejection, and just enjoy the moment for what it is. You got guys that they try to make the moment bigger than what it's meant to be. Sometimes when you talk to a chick, you're meant to get rejected right off the cuff. Other times you talk to a chick, after a 5-minute conversation and the chick is done talking to you, it's meant to end then. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you got guys that, they want to carry something on longer than it needs to be carried on. And then they get frustrated with that when they feel like they're failing or they're not having success. Just enjoy it for what it is and do your thing, man. Exactly.
All right. So that's pretty much it, man. But yeah, just keep working on yourself. Make sure that you are, talking to your therapist, you know what I'm saying? And really getting that handle, because that's important for that to be something that you're consistently working on to get better with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And at the same time, you can still practice talking to women.
Right. Yeah. You can still, because you're still able to do that. You're still able to talk and still able to go out and do what you do. So still do that. And because you don't need to let it necessarily stop you, because you're already able to do it. So just keep doing it and just work on yourself at the same time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Ross.
Positive aspects on myself.
Ross. It might serve you well just to have random conversations with women you're not interested in.
Right.
Just like if you standing in McDonald's in a line, you might see a chick and ask her, so how's your day going today? How you doing? Just have random conversations. Because this is the thing, when you are trying to hit on a chick, you want it to go somewhere so bad that you can't really focus on what you're doing. But when you're just talking like randomly to chicks, you're not focused on anything. You're just chilling. You're more relaxed. So practice on just talking to women for the sake of talking. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna find the more you do that, the more relaxed you're gonna be, and the more your true personality can come out. Because normally when you just say hi to people, you're not trying to be something that you're not. You're just, hey, how you doing? How's your day going today? Oh, I'm doing good. You're being genuine in that moment.
Right.
So just practice on that shit.
All right. So, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right. I'm going to holler at you, man. You be safe.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, man. So I got to head up out of here. So, guys, listen, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys get those likes up. Make sure you guys hit that donate button. Remember, if you're watching a rebroadcast, you can, donate at any time. Just hitting that button. Also hit the like button. And man, appreciate you, K-Zaggin, for coming through. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate everybody for tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys go to MrLucario.com to get your copy today. You feel what I'm saying? I got a few more of the hard copies here. So if you guys want the hard copy, go to MrLucario.com to check that out and get the hard copies. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. We out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Later.